The nation is at a desperate loss for words due to recent events, as the Mothman of West Virginian folklore has been in the public eye. 7 incidents, witnessed by crowds of onlookers in broad daylight, occurred this week from Colorado to Tennessee. All present attest that what they saw was the humanoid moth himself flying at unnatural speeds, or at least unnatural for your average humanoid bug sighting. In each case, this Mothman would be seen abducting one pedestrian out of the crowd and carrying them away. Witnesses note that the selection of the Mothman's prey seems to be methodical, as if the beast was honing in on one specific target. On top of that, Mothman does not appear to harm his victims or have the intention of doing so once grabbed. So far, none of these victims have been seen after their respective abductions, dead or alive. This pattern of behavior has left the question, among many others, of why the Mothman Carrieth.
I got the Mothman file right here. Alright, I'll look into it, I promise. It's just, I'm a lepidopterist. I study moths, I study butterflies. This is work for a PI, maybe even a cryptozoologist. Hell, a fiction writer would be better off with this than me. It's just, I'm a man of science. And this is not science. This is mania. This is hysteria. This is... Has anyone tried, connecting the dots? Yeah, like the physical locations where these incidents are. Have they tried, if you triangulate based on the distances between... Okay, yeah. Alright, you have me interested. I'll look further into this. I'll talk to you later. Well, this is my job now. It just isn't adding up. None of this makes sense.
A breakthrough in the Mothman story came this morning, as Craig Pendleton, the 7th victim to be carried by the Mothman, is the first to be found. Pendleton stepped forward to the local police in Indiana, who confirmed his identity. According to Pendleton's own account, Mothman had gently placed him down in Gary, Indiana, a place where Pendleton notes to feel a strong affinity for in the short time he spent. He plans to reside there permanently. Now the American public eagerly awaits the safe recovery of the other 6 victims.
Gary, Indiana. Where did that... I knew it. That means I was right from the start. Beep boop, beep boop. Mr. Pendleton Craig, I have key information about the Mothman situation. Please get back to me as soon as you hear this message. Mr. Craig, I reached out to you yesterday about Mothman. Mr. Craig, this is the 10th time this week I've reached out to you. Please. I just don't understand.
We've been following the Mothman story for the past few days, but it seems to have been finally put to rest after a statement by Craig Pendleton this morning shocked the nation. Pendleton now attests that his story, along with the other 6 abductions, was fabricated in a nationwide hoax. He has the following statement.
I, Craig Pendleton, would like to formally apologize for my involvement with the Mothman hoax. It was all an elaborate plan involving co-conspirators across the nation to spread panic. The witnesses, the media coverage, Mothman's 6 other victims, and of course me. As far as I'm aware, and as far as I am concerned, there is no such thing as Mothman.
While many who followed the case find the news frustrating to say the least, we are nonetheless relieved to once again live in a Mothman-free world.
No, this can't be, no, he's lying. It was all for nothing. It was all for nothing! Is it on? Oh, it's been a long time since I've caught up with you, Internet. I've been following new leads about the Mothman story. An anonymous tip I received through the Internet. I don't know. It seems like my North Star hypothesis was wrong, but I come to you today to say that I know definitively that here, today, the Mothman will appear. I don't know when, but everything seems to lead to
Hello, Doctor. I'm sorry I've ignored so many of your calls, but I'm a busy man. And from what our flying pal told me, well, I can't imagine you'll have the time to check your answering machine. I must say, I admire your dedication to this Mothman story. Since most people drop the case after my little stunt that cost me my credibility, maybe you're in it for the glory. Like I was when I first came to the press. I still saw Mothman the way everyone else did, and wanted to get to the bottom of things. But not long after, I had the realization that every other one of his victims had. The realization that keeps their lips shut. See, Mothman had a purpose for every last one of us. And all he wanted was for us to be in the right place at the right time. To find our homes. He reunited families, saved lives. Now do you see why you've fallen short? Your research into Moss led you astray because he's no bug. He's a goddamn guardian angel. I realized that too late. I made the worst mistake of my life trying to help people like you solve the case. The only way to undo what I did was to lie and make it look like some big hoax. And I gladly sacrificed my reputation for him. But that still left you to put the pieces together. And by God, you made the most benevolent force of nature stoop down to exactly what the world sees him as. Have a nice fall, Doctor.